It's a new day, and with new day brings new parts. If that's what you want to say. So the steel has arrived to stretch the frame. So I've got, so I can show you this same diameter tube as the frame, so I can chop 150mm into that. Yes, it's untidy, and then obviously this one here will slide in. I'll do some plug welds and a full seam weld, and then that should be just as good as new. But today we're going to start tacking the frame up. I've also made another part, and this is calling it the saddle. So I'm going to weld it up, but basically this will allow the rear post, once it's all in place, to slide back and forth. At least that's the plan. But we'll start off with that. So this isn't really a how-to channel. This is more about me messing about in the shed. But one thing I will say is always important to do test welds on nice clean metal. So there we go, just a couple of tack welds just to hold it in place, and that's all it has to do really. Okay, so next thing I'm going to start welding the feet. So I designed this before I came up with this sort of sliding saddle, so what I'm going to have to do is just trim a little notch out here, just so I can get that to slide past the saddle there. There we go, all cut. Now hopefully this clears. Perfect. So I've been going back and forth on sort of what height to set this. Obviously I've got different wheels going on, but I think I'm going to keep it, if I just go to the original height for the tyre to the centre of the axle, and then at least it will still be straight whether I take the bike off and put bigger wheels on or not. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Right, so going back to what I said in the first video, I wasn't sure what lengths to cut those, but I think I'm just going to keep it standard for now, and then I can always change it. So if I do, what's that, 115, then at least I can mount the original forks, get it all squared up, get the back end on, then I can start widening the forks and doing all the alterations. 115, give or take. Go and cut that. So ignore what I said in the last comment. I'm just going to do this at 300. That's where I'm going to mount the front axle, and then that still gives me a bit of room underneath. So I'm going to go here. That's it. Right about there. Just going to take centre of these tubes. So it's bang on 50. So 25. But scribe. And I'll mark the centre of this tube I've just cut. Which is 115.21, which 0.03 off of what I set, so not bad for a grinder cut. Centre. There you go. Took a while, didn't it? Okay, a little clean up. Doodle-doodle-doop. And there we go. Should look something like that. And the plan is, hopefully, this works. You know that I want you to come a little closer. Yeah, we could take it slow here. Come a little closer. I wanna get to know you. There we go. So that will hold the forks like that, and then just got to weld the back up now. I'm just going to set the rear axle height on this one, and then that'll be the rear tower finished. Again, just keeping the frame original. Going to keep the same distance for the swing arm, and then when I come to fit my new wheels, I'll use the spacers. So it's 165mm. And I have my trusty scribe, my Christmas cracker screwdriver. Going to mount this one exactly the same, centre to centre, and I'm going to put it on the back just so I can have maximum length really. And here's the finished post. Still hot. Just tack welded, finished up. I've done a full seam along there, squared it up, and that's it. So that should fit like this, and then that will slide back and forth, and I can put the bike on it. Ta-da! So there we go, tacked up, fitted. All I have to do now is pull it apart and fully weld it, and then get it a nice coat of paint. So what we'll do is, this one will go in here, and then we'll put a pin through, and then that will keep that back end straight while I pull the shocks and the swing arm back off. And that's it, yeah. Onwards and upwards. Then we'll be cutting the back off.